claps. And thank yourself for being here this morning. So we'll start with toes, grabbing the ground with the toes. You can lift off the heels a little bit. That gives a nice strong push down. Yung Chuan on the bottom of the foot is kidney 1. So we're percolating that kidney chi up to the top of the kidney channel and to the ears and to the brain. And then we're going to go with that information again of 4 directions, diagonals, and circles in both directions. So we're going to take that right foot, we're going to go forward and back, side and side. That's the 4 directions, and that repeats. And then the diagonal is corner and corner, back and around, and that repeats. And then circle and reverse. And the other foot, forward and back, side and side, and repeat. Diagonals and circles. So as you see, as you start working with the foot and the ankle, we're already working the knee and the hip. And then we're also working with that idea of bringing that energy all the way up to the brain, the entire nervous system, to the knees. We'll go forward gently, no pain, just as far as it's comfortable, and back, push gently, side and side, and that repeats. Diagonal, front corner and back. And small, comfortable circles. This is a great way to prevent knee injuries as well as to work through old injuries. And shoulder width as we go gently forward and back, inside and out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Circles to the left. And back to the right. Inside to outside circle. And outside to in. The knees take a lot of abuse in our everyday, but especially we want to protect the knees when we're doing Tai Chi and Qigong. With an injury that I had to a knee, my one teacher said, start with 9 circles, go to 18, go to 27. And by the time I got to 36 circles, the knee injury was totally healed up. So if you have old knee problems, be gentle, be kind, but it's a very, very nice thing to do for even old injuries. So let's take that lunge out to the side. Try to turn that back foot so you feel the stretch through the back of the leg, the Achilles tendon especially. Back to the other side. If you have a really nice place to practice at home, practicing outdoors, practicing barefoot is really wonderful. The thought of just bringing all that heavenly and earth chi up and bringing those together into our bodies. Then parallel, take that stretch over to the side and slowly work your way down over the next number of weeks and months.
Do like free Tai Chi. There's a class from the senior program in Washington.
To the other side.
Are people really there?
Breath in and breath out as we go back again. And this time, if it's comfortable, raise up the toes. Remember, right here in front is the safe place to be. If you're going to lose your balance, you go forward with this. And to the other side, and raise up the toes. Slowly, slowly over the next weeks and months, it'll get better and better. And back through the middle, let the head hang, shake the shoulders just a little bit, turn the head, and then to the left toes. Nice breath in and out. To the other side, nice breath in and out. And that repeats left and right. Through the middle once more, bend the knees, stretches up through the groin, coming halfway up, drop the arms onto the back. Yeah, flatten the back, wiggle the shoulders again, and then reach across with the left hand to the knee, raise up the right elbow, and look up towards the sky. Reverse, right hand across, left elbow up, and looking up. And that repeats, right and left. Very similar to the benefits that you would get in Hatha Yoga, doing that spinal twist when you're seated on the ground. Back through the middle. Bend the knees once more, a gentle stretch. And as we come up from down, inhale, the belly starts to expand and it pushes the body right up. And walk that up. 4 directions again, off the waist. Use the hands to hold and stop where you're comfortable. Hold and stop. And coming up again, breathe in. And the belly pushes you halfway up. And we go vertical. And from that nice vertical stretch, gently back. No pain, no popping in the back. Coming up again and left and right. Vertical and out to the left. Vertical and out to the right. This gives space between the vertebrae so that we're not putting pressure on those discs. And slide your way down. Wiggle the shoulders a little bit if it's comfortable. Breathe in. And you're coming back up. All the way up into the heavens. And gently back. Kidneys and brain. Right side of the body is liver and gallbladder. Left side of the body, spleen and pancreas for those digestive organs, as well as the heart and the lungs on each. Wrap the hand behind and across the body as we go down. Same thing, comfortable. Look back towards the back wall. Coming up as you breathe in. Re-wrap and down. Look back and up. back corner, and back corner. And that repeats. This would be counting 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Counting was often done by someone leading the class, but it got to be so disruptive to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting is useful. It's part of the meditation of this practice. And when you're counting and counting, there's just not room for all those other thoughts to be coming in. And that's what we're trying to do, is to quiet all those extraneous thoughts as we go along. So here we go into the circles. Shoulders over knees, only as far as you can go easily. This is a nice place to pause. This has actually been shown to help people not require back surgeries. Push straight up with both legs until you can do a nice, easy, comfortable circle. And then let the knees bend, take it down as far as you can again. So we start to strengthen those muscles in the legs more and more. The more that you have a good, strong quad muscle, statistically has shown that you will live a longer and healthier life. And this is certainly one of the places you can feel those quads as you go all the way back down. Breath in and breath out. And we'll reverse the circle. Again, start small, very comfortable. Three, 4, and 5. And pause again. Drop the head, wiggle the shoulders, shift the weight to the right and the left foot. And pushing up as we inhale. And walk that up. And massage the kidneys a little bit. The kidney in Chinese medicine governs so much of the body, from the knees and the low back, obviously, and as we were saying, the ears, the brain, the hair on the head. But it's also the glandulars of the body. It's also the bones of the body. So as we continue working with this notion of keep the kidneys happy. Between the two kidneys, there's a point on the spine between that second and third lumbar vertebrae that it translates from the Chinese as the gate of life, Ming Men. So it's nice to think about supporting the kidneys and supporting a long and healthy, happy life. Bring the hands around. So we did toes, ankles, knees, side stretches, and waist. And now we'll go from fingers up through wrist, elbow, shoulders, neck. So we start with the hand, fingers doing the same thing here. On the palm of the hand is a point called Laogong, which translates as the palace of labor. Yep, we work with these hands hard, don't we? And that goes back and supports the heart. It's the pericardium, the sac around the heart. So you can think of nurturing the heart and pacifying the spirit. The heart in Chinese medicine is thought to be the emperor, empress of the body. And so we want to be supportive of their health and their happiness. 4 directions on the wrists, diagonals, and circles. 5, 6, 7, 8, and shake them out, up and down, and sideways, and at the sides. Again, yeah, move through the feet, the toes. Don't let the blood get stuck down below. And then as we bring the hands up, we're going to throw the hands upward, and we're going to bounce a little on the heels. Down. As we stimulate the heel of the foot that way, we're stimulating all the nerves in the body, including up back into the brain. As you do this, if you release the jaw, you'll get a little clicking on the teeth. And so you can go. And from the root of each tooth, it goes to that ancient part of the brain, the limbic area of the brain, which is your immune system particularly. Memory, autonomic nervous system. So it's a really nice way to stimulate the whole body with that. If you remember from other classes, we finish with that shaking, which is the same thing, trying to stimulate the blood flow, stimulate all the nerves, stimulate all the organs of the body. 2, the wrist. Turn that left hand towards you and keep going out towards the shoulder. Reach behind, take the thumb, and the other thumb goes behind the little finger. We've got this nice turn and stretch as we go down. Yeah, if you get behind that thumb, you've got this hand to really pull. Let's go the other hand. So here's out towards the shoulder, reach behind. Thumb goes behind the little finger, and we twist. Take the thumb, and twist. Take that left hand and turn it over. We're going to take the thumb and go to the palm side. The other ones wrap around and we come back inward. And so you can twist with this hand a little bit and twist as you come in. Yeah. On the other side, little finger, thumb, and twist. So if you come straight down with that other hand, if you had the 2 hands, boop, and right back in. These are warm-ups that were done in Aikido especially. And Aikido had a lot of wrist locks and things. But even Chinese martial arts, we call them chinna, and we have this ability to lock up joints. Police in Hong Kong and Japan are very skillful with these locks. And they'll take a criminal and put him in a lock like this. And the person goes, okay, where do you want to go? You get this thing twisting and raising up. It hurts to a point where they're just walking on their toes, being very compliant. 3rd one, palm facing and push away. Push away. So we're getting a nice stretch up through the whole bicep and forearm. Go a little left and right, nice little twist through there. I gave these exercises to people when computers started getting really popular. Many patients were coming in with carpal tunnel. I gave them these 4 stretches for the wrists and hands and fingers, and within a very short period of time, all the carpal tunnel stuff disappeared. And the last one is just to bend, push in, push down. And then as we push down again, this hand's going to turn and twist that hand a little bit. And so we're getting a fourth direction there. So go all the way down, push, push, push. Pull up and twist. The other side, push in, elbow down, get that nice stretch. Push down and twist and press down. In my outdoor class the other day, one of the students asked, "What is this all about?" And I showed him that in Aikido, you use this knuckle and you can attack the nerve on the wrist. And he went, "What?" And so I just grabbed it gently and he went, "Oh, I see." And it's that kind of surprising hurt. When you grab it, it's like, oh, whoa, whoa. And everything sort of blanks out for a moment because that's all you can feel is, that hurts. So go back through the wrist now. We're going to massage all those areas where there's lots of nerves, working with circulation. Again, back to the chest and the face and the heart. And the other side. Many special points, especially the little finger side. There's heart points here, there's lung points here. Many nice things to be taken care of in our health. And then each individual thumb and finger. You're just trying to touch all the areas, but top, bottom, sides, those little in-between angles. Many special points that are used in acupuncture on the hands. And over time, as you become familiar with this part of the warm-up, you can actually bring the thought of from the thumb, the lung, from the index finger to the large intestine, which ends here, connects to your belly, the pericardium, the sac around the heart. The triple heater is the ring finger, and this is the distribution of heat and energy in the body. We talk about the three dantians, these elixir areas of energy. So this helps to distribute that energy more evenly through the whole body. Sometimes when I'm working on a patient, I can have them lying face down on the table and I can feel their upper back, middle back, low back, and find, oh, there's a coldness here in this stomach area. And they go, oh yeah, I have a lot of digestive issues. And so you bring that energy up, you bring that warmth back into the system, and digestive problems seem to just go away. So the other hand, doing the thumb, large intestine finger, and pericardium, triple heater, and this time to talk about the inside of the little finger is to the heart channel, and that heart channel begins under the arm and goes to the inside, and on the outside of the little finger is the small intestine channel, and that comes up through into the back, into the side of the head. So we're doing a lot of good things for the whole body. As I say, when you're doing this, move through the feet a little bit, the toes, and feel that sense of connecting from the fingers to the face, from the face down to the feet. And from the feet, playing with the toes, pump up from bubbling spring to the face and out to the fingers. Then we bring all the fingernails together. Try to get them pretty flat to the surfaces here. And try to get both arms to move. So bring them away from the chest. That opens up that first point on the heart channel as you open up through there. And now we're vibrating or augmenting the flow of energy through all these channels. And then we're going to go into a short standing meditation. So again, play with the toes, make that nice connection there. Open the knees a little bit, tuck through the coccyx, tuck through the chin, and bring the hands down and around. You feel that vibration through the fingers still. Drop the elbows, drop the shoulders. Nice breath in and out. Wiggle those toes, shift the weight a little left and right. Sink into the posture. Two very important words in Tai Chi are to sink, kind of like bobbing on water, and relax. So you'll sometimes see, oh, there's some tension in these shoulders. Oh, how do I get that to relax? And then as we come back down slowly, releasing any of the tension in the back and shoulders. This is a practice that can be done all by itself for 5-10 minutes. So extend out through the elbows. As you do that, you're stretching out through the scapula a little bit. And on the back of the scapula area, there's an old Taoist points that were said to cure 100 problems. Not a bad start on being healthy. And then to complete that, left thumb is taken by men generally. The left fingers wrap around and you have yin and yang in the hand. So you just come up, thumb and fingers, yin and yang. We bring that to that lower dantian. Here's the small intestine and the heart, those pairings of yin and yang. Bring the elbows back a little bit. Pull a little on the thumb, hold with the fingers a little bit. Now you've got a nice energized hand, you've got a nice energized belly, you've got a nice energized back, tucking the chin, energizing the third eye, all the sense organs, the brain, and the breath coming in, bringing it all the way down to the hands and the belly. So you can feel a little expansion as you inhale, a little contraction as you exhale. Breath in and breath out. But it's all the work of the belly. And again, this is a practice that can be done for 5 or 10 minutes all by itself. It's a beautiful standing meditation. And release the hands, fingers, pumping all that energy back up. So now we go to the elbow. So we're going to bring that hand up alongside the ear, change from one hand to the other. We're going to be flexing through the knees and turning through the waist. So as my left hand comes up, down, up, down, up. It's very easy for the hands to just float right up. Bring the feet in a little closer. And it's said the closer you are with the feet, the more internal the practice becomes. As you stand wider, there's more muscle going, that's more external. Tai Chi is particularly looking at this internal energies. Tai Chi is considered one of the 3 sister arts. Those being the internal arts of Tai Chi, Bagua, and Xingyi. That energy is focused internally. And we'll bring that left hand across and fingertips flicking out. And right arm flicking. Moving that energy from the center all the way out. Right hand across. Look at the fingers and look back to the side. And then stretch that right hip back a little bit. Left side, fingertips, look back, and left hip. We're getting stretches that we don't do in the everyday with these, and this really prevents a lot of other injuries. Bring that left hand back if you can to your shoulder. Take that elbow and reach back. If you can't do it, just come up from the front. Over time, those things open up and all these rib areas, all those muscles soften up. And then you can even lean back a little bit so that we're stretching the liver gallbladder channels, the spleen channel. Release the other side. So I'm thinking about these same Taoist points. As I lean back towards my heels, I get this nice little work through the kidneys, work through the ears, work through the brain, and the two hands going up. Still that little lean back as we come back down and back down, holding the kidneys, warming the kidneys nicely. Ming Men with the fingers, the gate of life. Nice breath in and out. The kidneys are the color of dark, dark blue, almost black blue. Nice to think about the color here. Dropping around, and once more thumb and fingers. Left thumb for men, right thumb for women. It's the traditional way that this was practiced. I do both myself. Especially at night, I like to do the right thumb. It's yang and yin. So that's a nice way to slow down, prepare myself to go to sleep at night. Once back again. And bring that left hand out, palm back and palm forward. Working all these minor muscles of the shoulder, ligaments and tendons. The other side as we rotate and rotate. Circle forward. 4, 5, and backwards. 3, 4, and 5. It's tricky here. Front to back. Turning the waist. Turn the waist the other way as the hands go around and up. So right hand back, hip. Right hand forward, hip. And they go round and round. And then from the top, opposite. Left hip, left hand. Left hip, left hand. Here's 12 o'clock on the clock face. Here's 9 and 3. 6, 3 and 9. Many different ways to think about this. But it's the turning of the waist that's really important in that movement. It lets the arms flow around the circles. Then to the up and out and side and down. Nice. To the knees, we're going to press down on the top of the knee. Tighten the quad. And when you tighten the quad, it pushes the hand up. You can get one knee, get the other knee, and then both knees. Takes a little practice to get this one in the beginning. From the same position, pull up the belly. Push the belly down. Pull up. Push down. We're massaging all the internal organs with the muscles and the diaphragm. Little things that are going to just keep those organs happy and healthy. Continuing from there, turn to the left and look back. So you push with that right hand a little bit. Back to the center, inhale. To the right, exhale. Inhale. So square them out a little and push that knee as you go around. And back and through. Breath out and breath in. Bring the two hands around, squeeze as we go down a little bit, squeezing the whole body. Fill with all that fresh, clean air and energy, and then bring that heavenly chi down and that earth energy up through the whole body. Squeeze again as we go down. Exhale, inhale. Fingers, face, and feet. Exchanging all this healthy, fresh energy for the stale stuff that's been stuck behind. Help with that. Stretch down this time. Roll down, squeeze. Coming back up. And pull down. Squeeze and down. And up. This is one of the nice exercises to do in the afternoon as it brings energy into the whole body. It takes you out of the sleepy, sort of lazy afternoon feeling. Reach through, shift left and right, go down through the earth and all the way up into the heavens again. All that beautiful energy, healing, supporting the body. And once more, squeeze down, roll down, reach back, left and right, down and up. Big breath. If you can get the back of the hands together up here, feel what it does to the shoulders and scapula again. Then we're out, squeeze. And we finish with just this horse stance. And over time, again, horse stance can go down, lower, and lower. Tuck through the butt, tuck through the chin. And slowly rise. And that brings us then to the neck. So we're going to go forward, vertical, gentle stretch, easy back. Bring the shoulders back, chest and belly, side and side. And that repeats. 5, 6, 7, 8. And front corner to back, front corner to back. By going through these 8 directions, we make it so much easier for these joints to work and do their turns and stretches with greater comfort. Heal up old problems. I had a very bad neck injury at one time. This really was so essential in helping to heal it up. And reverse the circle. Again, make that connection to the hands in the back, the feet on the ground. Bringing that energy up from the foot to the face, to the fingers. And we'll bring the fingers around, get them all warmed up so that they can go back and massage these cervical vertebrae areas through the back of the head, over the ears, working with the eyes, the ears, even stuff that helps with balance just above the ears, going through the upper back and shoulders, coming down through the middle, and just lightly stroking the front and the side of the body. It's these light strokings that help to move lymph and to improve your immune system. Certainly something that is under attack these days. 2 hands together and vibrate. Vibrate through the feet and the legs, through the arms. Stretch out a little bit to the left and to the right. Breath is going out and in as we come up to the lower dantian, to the middle, the upper. And connecting heaven and earth. Heels, teeth, and then into the heavens. Pull that energy down. Pull that heavenly chi into the heart. Finding your compassionate, loving self. Being kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. And we pause with those thoughts of kindness and health and compassion and joy. The heart's emotion is joy. As we get to the lower dantian, the support for the kidneys. The kidneys' predominant emotion is fear. And as our kidneys get stronger, we live less and less in fear. And then through the whole body, lower dantian, kidneys, bladder, heart, small intestine, third eye, all the sense organs of the body, the brain. The tongue works inside the mouth, creating some saliva. When you've worked that saliva, swallow that as the elixir of immortality. It goes plunk into the belly. Enzymes help to repair all the tissues and allow us to live a long and healthy life. And that's your warm-up. So we're going to do section 1 of the Tai Chi Form. I'm going to break that into 2 parts. And then for people who are new, you've done a great job today. Please stay on. We're going to do part of section 2 today as well. And maybe we'll get to one of the fast movements of praying mantis. We'll just see how time goes today. So the beginning of the Tai Chi Form is with raising the left toes, pushing that heel over. And as that kidney energy pumps up, we raise the toes on the other foot and pump that energy up. So here we are with opening of Tai Chi Form. And as we're pumping with the feet, now we use the hands to help pump that energy up to the ears and the brain. The whole body lights up and glows from within. And as the hands float up again, we turn toe and heel. Step up and to the diagonal, heel, toe, and spin that back right heel. Nice strong stance. Sit back, low and high, low and high, and we're back to the ball. This nice energy ball as we step to the diagonal again. Heel, toe as the 2 hands go out. Right on your center line. Take those 2 hands and turn them over and bring that foot around as the hands come back to the ball. Toe, heel, as we come back to press on the wrist. And again, these are right in front of you. Slide off the elbow and come all the way up and back. Here's that heavenly chi again. So even as we're doing our Tai Chi form, we're feeling this lovely connection of the earth and the heavens. And push. Get that back foot to spin. Feet are basically parallel at this point. And that takes all the stress off a knee. If I leave this foot back here and I try to turn, put a lot of stress on my knee and the hip. As soon as I rotate that back foot, everything gets comfortable in here. And that's what we're looking for, is the whole body working together. Take that left hand and look into the back corner as that right hand circles up and around into the front corner. And then pivot, heel and toe, as we spin that back heel again for single whip. Handle of the whip and tip of the whip. Right underneath, adjust, underneath, raise hands up, and upper hand. Nice place to just settle for a moment. Feel how you draw that toe up, how it connects through the back, how the elbows connect through the shoulders as we come back in. And we'll repeat that section. This is actually the most difficult section of the whole Tai Chi form because we're doing all these different angles and turns. The second part of this gets much easier as it goes down one line. So this is the challenging one in the beginning. And it says, I can do this. Toe and pump up and pump up. Nice breath in and nice breath out. Opening of Tai Chi form as we move to embrace the yang. This nice ball of energy of yang and the thought of the strength of the yin supporting. Step up and grasping sparrow's tail left. Just one movement, but I'm holding an arm here. I've got this up against the body, and so I can take the body and go bye-bye and come back up and go next. And I step over, ward off, up and down. Here's an arm. I've got an arm and I'm pulling it back and around and bump. He goes away. And I come back and I have somebody push on this arm and I hold them. And then I hit them. Oh, didn't mean to hit you. Slide off and push. Oh yeah, there they go. Now, coming back to look back. Oh yeah, somebody's over here. Nobody over here? Oh good. Here's single whip. Handle of the whip and tip of the whip. In and under, caught up a leg here, whoop, bye-bye. And then I watch him go, ooh, like a worm in the grass, yes. So here we move on. Step in to the shoulder. Fingers up here near the eyes and the face. Elbow, hand. Step back, elbow, hand. Step in, hand and fist possibly, as white crane cools its wings. Close the wings, let that foot fall in. Now you got a nice balance on that back foot as we come up, toe inward and spin that back heel. Slide that left hand up and back to this same place, but on the other side, called play the peepaw. Now we deflect a punch coming in, we slide it away, and we go back to brush knee and strike. We're going to move forward, reach in, slide up, brush knee and strike. Pivot, move that away. Ooh, there was that kick. Brush knee and strike. And again, step up and play the peepaw. Nice. reach over the top. Right side reaches, goes down and around and into the fist. That continues down to the sides, yin and yang, up and down, a little kick, step, and strike. Parry and punch, parry and punch. From the elbow clearing, wash the face with the chi again. That thought of all that healing energy as we're playing, and push. Peek back, so there's no surprise. Elbow, hand, as we fan through back, embracing moon and water, and cross hands. Close section one. Nice breath in, nice breath out. And that's section one of the form. If you have any questions, I know there's a way that you can contact me through Zoom and be happy to get with any of those questions. So we'll do that quickly through this time, section one, and then we'll go right into section two. So here we are with opening of Tai Chi Form. At this speed, it's a little easier to put this whole sequence together. When it's so slow, the mind gets lost. But this gets a nice flowing feeling. The chi moves, the breath moves. For single whip, opening and closing the diagonal. Handle of the whip and tip of the whip. As we go in and under, catch that leg and just flip it over. Upper hand, shoulder strike, withdraw, re-enter as white crane cools its wings. And brush knee and strike. Step up and play the peepaw. And 3 brush knees. 1, pivot. 2, and 3. Slide that hand up again. Play the peepaw and high pat on horse. Nice, and around to the back fist. Nice balance. Parry and punch. Clearing like open and closed. And peek back. Fan through back. Embracing moon and water in section 1. So we move on to 2. Press left and right into carry tiger to mountain. There's the head of the tiger, the tail of the tiger going out, and grasping sparrow's tail right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Single whip, this time goes 1 corner, all the way around to this corner, through the 3rd corner, and opening on the 4th. 460, weight back on this side as we shoot through, step through, turn, and looking fist under elbow. As we come up, reach and pull and extend. Deflect, reach and pull and deflect. 3 times. So try to get that hip to come back as that hand pulls back. Right hand goes around, left hand reaches as we go under. As we come up, slanting and flying. This is a rooster going across the river. He just barely makes it to the other side. And then he stretches and thinks how proud he was to make it all the way around and takes up that upper hand position again. And now repeat. Here's shoulder strike, withdraw, re-enter as white crane cools its wings. And closes. Same here. Brush knee and strike. And reach out to the left diagonal and the right diagonal as if pulling seaweed through for seeking needle in ocean bottom. Lovely stretch. Sometimes I'll come up and repeat that and bring the toe up and use that stretch even more profoundly with that stretch. Come back up, fan through back. This is a beautiful Chinese fan that opens up and closes. Comes around and the fan turns into the fist. As we step up again for parry, and this time a hooking soft punch that absorbs through that hand, and we go with grasping sparrow's tail right. 4 movements. And single whip. So we look at that main line, we go back to the corner and around to that main line for single whip. Look in the corner once more and we have a beautiful simple move called waving hands like clouds. See yourself up high in the sky within the clouds, this churning energy for the whole body. And we'll do single whip again. And as we did before, we'll come back to 460 and shoot through, step up, and this will be the beginning of the kicks. And we're going to stop here today as we hold this position for a moment. And just a preview of where section 2 goes with the kick is that we're coming in and there's this really beautiful preparation for the kick. Getting a nice stretch upward. We don't stretch this way very much in the everyday. And then we bring all that heavenly chi down and we extend that leg out as a kick and come back. So it's a nice feeling of coming in from here, going back out, coming all the way up. So you get all this energy to play with as you're doing the kicks. In most of the yang styles, you'll see they do a kick that is basically just a simple separation like this. This kick is from the Chen form, which is much more of a fighting form, an actual self-defense form. So you're working with the sense of being able to really kick, make that kick useful. This is a nice stretching kick, nothing wrong with it. But if you want to practice something useful, this is a much better kick to work with. Okay, so that's the end of today's Tai Chi lesson. And there's been a request then that we walk through the Mantis form. Praying Mantis was taught by one of my teachers, Gao Dao Sen, in Taiwan. We had many, many high school students, and we'd have 30 or 40 students in lines, in 2 lines. So when this thing got started, it was like, and everybody just knew that form so perfectly. And if you didn't, it was like, okay, I'm out of here. Excuse me. So anybody who wants to follow on, who's done some of this, please, I'll take it slowly enough, I hope. So opening, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, line 1. Turn 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then the closing, the mantis hands. Pretty little insect. As we pull in and breathe, and exhale. Praying mantis hands. Praying hand, yeah. Oh, is that right? Oh, gee, I was slowing it down, I thought, too. Yeah, great, great. Well, as I say, I wanted to get some of this on film today, and so at least we got through it one time. But some people will say that praying mantis, in fact, I've even heard of, there's a school of Tai Chi called praying mantis Tai Chi. So you get the notion that there's power in all of this, and when you're doing your Tai Chi form, it looks like this, but there's something that goes, bam! You go, oh yeah, right, there's power in that form. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's take a bow out for this morning. Thank you. Breath out and breath in. And then from the head, through the throat, through the heart, through the belly, whole body. And thank you for coming this morning. Thank you for practicing. To all of you, lefts and rights, thanks so much. There you are. Hi.